I mean, we are now officially just about a month away from WrestleMania. So it's time to kick it into high gear. It's looking like the men's matches are selling a ticket at this point. Um, I want to see what Tiffany and Charlotte match give.
Yeah.
Because the build to it has not been that great. The return is not giving what it needs to give so far. And as a real Flair fan, I have to be real with myself, um, and just acknowledge that. Um,
I don't think it's her though.
You think? What do you think it is?
Not her.
It's not her. It's Tiffany. I think she's even tried on social. Um, I don't know what it is with Tiffany. I felt like she's never been a social girl anyway, but I feel like once Charlotte came back, and I feel like her energy completely changed.
Tiffy time is over already.
I didn't say it was over. I just feel like she's weird. Like she's regressed.
It's because
not in the ring, but
cause say it when you know what I mean when that shit when that Chrysler when you in that Chrysler 300.
However, nobody is a phantom in this. No one's looked like a phantom in a situation.
No.
And this is the fact. Like,
right. I'm not saying what I'm saying is she's not looking. It goes both ways. So if somebody is, she can't make her look too bad because she's the champion, right? And she always gets shit for making somebody else look like shit. So I feel like, and I'm not capping for the queen, but I feel like it goes both ways.
Cambridge asked the question though.
This is why I feel like I think it's amazing to kind of play and blend lines, right? With telling a story, but a lot of times when you can't figure out, and I think the booking is hurting this more than either participant, because they thought they were going to go away with Charlotte, and the folks said no, right? And
that's kind of it though, right? I mean, right? How can you book around that? If the folks wanted Charlotte to be the heel and they wanted to boo Charlotte, and they give it to her, and now they don't want the story no more. I mean, that's it. I don't want to say the people booked this, but like Tiffany may need to have been the heel, and Charlotte should have been the babyface in this.
But the people ain't want it, and
that was a conversation coming out of Royal Rumble. Remember those promos Charlotte did what Cody did recently. She did the promo on SmackDown. She did the promo on Raw. And both them, and then she did in the NXT. Both those nights, all of us saw the fans wasn't really feeling when she was coming out because she was just coming off the story of her and Andrade and all that stuff. They didn't want to hear the downtrodden time I've had in a year and change. They wanted to hear, "Oh, you the heel."
The reception at NXT was better.
That was the third time, right? I think she figured it out. I think she figured out how to deliver what she was supposed to be saying there. I don't think that she's had a better night segment-wise since that NXT.
But also NXT is always the better crowd. NXT is always more receptive to what they get, right? Like they're the folks. It's why like weird gimmicks will get over down there, but then when they move those folks up, it don't work because that NXT crowd is a comedy club. We're here to love what's supposed to be going on, and they normally do what they're supposed to do.
I think you're right, but I think the problem with it, I think the thing is we ain't even getting the story that they're telling. If you were to tell me what the story was between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, it stops right around that NXT. Mind you, the story we're talking about from SmackDown was Bianca and Naomi. We don't even know what that match is going to be at WrestleMania. We knew what Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton was going to be, and she did a figure 8. Most people was like, what are them boots? I'm no disrespect, but there's a lot of people wonder what the outfit was more than remembering that this is a storyline for the top women's title on that show.
She's not a top competitor.
I think there's for this to be the storyline for Charlotte Flair, if people wanted to look a different way, there's a number of factors why it doesn't, and I think you can really look at it. I don't think it's just one thing. I think it's a perfect storm of.
I do agree with Cal on that. Yeah. I think that Tiffany has been a heel her entire time she's been with the company.
That's the best one.
And they've tried to switch her to a face when the crowd fell in love with a bad bitch heel persona.
Right.
And Charlotte has always been a heel in the company. And they tried the face thing and it didn't work. People just love to hate Charlotte Flair. I would be interested to see what a heel versus heel match looks like with two women. I think that would have been interesting. I think even though I know why they stray away from this because of the Piggy James and things in the past.
Oh boy.
Honestly,
the who? What is that?
Mickey James, they used to call her fat in the rain with that, like, cool, all that. It was a whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Michelle McCool and them, yeah.
Right, exactly. So I get why they stay away from that. But honestly, if they really wanted to heat this match up, they should have made it heel versus heel. They should have had Tiffany coming for Charlotte's age and time. They should have had Charlotte calling her a little girl.
Right.
Face. Doing shit like that. They should have made this nasty. But I understand why they didn't from a historical context and from a women context. I totally get it. But if you really wanted to put gasoline on this, they should have been coming for each other's throats. It should have been nasty. And that was the way to go. Young and fresh versus old and seasoned.
Right.
What does it look like?
Right.
No, said the new hotness, the old busted John. New hotness.
I 100%
Bad
agree.
Boys. You don't remember Bad Boys?
No, yeah.
What you gonna say?
You don't remember Bad Boys? You I was too young for Bad Boys. What you saying right now?
No. I think I was probably like 30.
We was in the movies together.
This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah.
And you know what's so interesting when Rhea and Charlotte had their feuds, because Rhea and Charlotte, I enjoyed both times they was together. Rhea kind of played around with that a little bit. Even though Rhea was a face in that situation, but Rhea was an edgy face, right? And the Rhea's look is different. So it just blended a certain way. This really should have been Nicki Minaj versus Lil' Kim. This is
when Rhea went with the Queen. I think the Queen brought it out of her. Maybe it was because of the first time around when she admit that she wasn't ready.
They had all that story
now,
yeah.
Right? And now that because she said mentally she wasn't ready for it, and it really, fuck with her when they took the belt off of her. So I think that second time around, it made her come out of her zone completely, because that's the most I've ever liked Rhea was in that feud.
From 39.
Yeah,
gotcha. Well,
like to the point where I wanted her to go over, and clearly she did. But
most people thought that should have been the main event of that night.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like Tiffy is not Tiffin.
Well, hey, they going with it.
Wrapped up. Wait a second.
That's the figure eight. See what he said. What
the Firehouse Fours.
I hate them damn boots.
But they're popular.
I see them all the time. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
If you unfold them, they go up to her throat.
Yeah.
I hated the outfit. I hated everything.
What happened?
Fab looked great against Charlotte.
See, the energy with them on the screen, I absolutely loved. And this is why I'm trying to say, like, where did this? I don't know.
I think it's exactly what I was saying. They are trying to run away from what they should be doing with her, because Tiffany can be very nasty. and
She's good at it.
they have not used that. Charlotte can be a total bitch. It should be Lil Kim versus Nicki Minaj, Alexis Carrington versus homegirl from Dynasty versus Diane Kirk. Like it's so many. Like they could be doing stuff like I hate this because the wrestling. These two ladies will be able to deliver a great technical wrestling match. You don't have to worry about if they're going to deliver a good match. So in this case, if I was booking this, they have the wrestling acumen of the women now, but I would have applied the storytelling and antics of the Divas era with this.
Word.
I would have married those two together. Damn, I need to be booking the women's division. That's what I would have did personally.
WWE.
From a wrestling perspective, they can do Divas era because they're stellar wrestlers. So you don't have to worry about it being a slapping match. Like this is a case where you can do face slaps, you can do mushes because we know we're going to get the prettiest moonsault ever. We know we're going to get great submissions. We know we're going to get all that stuff. So they are at that level where if you did Divas level bitch shit, it would make like people would be in the arena fucking like this.
They be going ham.
They would be fighting like niggas would be getting into arguments. I know the gays would be fucking. There would be staunch sides for this feud, and
a whole bunch of this in each other's face.
A whole bunch of this. A whole bunch of this.
Dad, what side you? What side you on?
With this, they haven't gotten me invested enough to even care.
Damn. That's real.
And that's how I know it's failing because I like both of these ladies. And I don't care either way.
I feel you.
Now,
That's real.
I do like, I'm a huge Flair fan and I like Tiffany Stratton. But if I'm being honest, I'm more excited about, I wonder what Tiffany going to give her look this year.
Right.
And I'm excited and I wonder what kind of interest they're going to give Charlotte this year. That's what I'm excited about. As far as the storyline from this match.
He said, fuck the match.
I don't care.
I understand.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think it's the booking.
They're going to fuck around and outshine everybody on the card.
Oh yeah, Charlotte.
They could do that's completely possible.
She bring it to you every ball. We know that, but that's just like last year when we watched EO versus Bailey. The crowd loved the match, but at that point, the booking was so bad for EO that she had to drop that belt that night, and people were like, "Damn, we should." And you know what we said in my section at Mania last year? They should have just had her putting on banger matches the whole time she had that belt.
Yes. No, 100%. 100%. Shout out that DVM.